Well, I just realized, so I'm recording this video for you guys, and I'm doing it live action, and I gave you this whole spiel, and then I realized the microphone wasn't on, so that was pretty cool. So now I get to repeat myself, which is fine, because this is going to wind up being like a freaking half-hour video, no doubt. So just to recap, what I'm doing here is I want to tell you about the vibe that I'm going for, and we're going to make this stop swirling so much so I can more effectively dunk it. So the vibe I'm going for is late 80s, early 90s Easter dress. Uh-oh, I got blue on there, which is fine because it's going to get covered in teal. But, yeah, it's going to be called Tardy to the Party, because why not? I just think that's freaking adorable. I've had that name floating around my head for a while. Tardy to the Party, and I just think it's cute, so that's what we're doing. Anyway, so one of the things I've already mentioned while the camera was off, or rather while the microphone was off, is that I think, okay, I'm going to be sponging colors over the blue, and I'm not sure, like I feel like it might be a little bit too saturated for what I have in mind, but that's fine, whatever. And so what I was saying is that I'm not averse to prototyping something like 5 or 6 times even. You know, especially if it's just like one little tweak that I have to get it to be right, you know. I'm okay with doing things over. I'm extremely intentional and extremely picky and selective about my colors and where they go and which colors, and sometimes that means that it takes like 6 tries. And sometimes it also means that even though it took you 6 tries to get a colorway right, I'm thinking She-Ra, I'm thinking my He-Man colorway, nobody will buy them. Literally nobody has bought either He-Man or She-Ra to this day. So, that's fine, that's fine. Hold on, okay. I have to look back at my notes. Okay, 4 scoops. 4 scoops of teal here. So I'm going for Easter dress. But like ugly Easter dress specifically. Like a dress you'd walk into the thrift store and you'd be like, oh my god, that's so 80s, 90s. And I found the picture of the perfect dress. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was like the perfect vibe. And it wasn't quite perfect because it had a gray background, but it had teal stripes and it had flowers, and it had this awesome little chevron thing in the front with like a little lace border and a little fake flower at the point. I thought it was rad. I totally would have worn that dress. You know how they do like ugly Christmas sweaters? I think they should make ugly Easter dresses a thing. And it's funny because the place I found the dress when I was image searching was actually a subreddit, and somebody was mentioning that they were going to be doing ugly Easter dresses. Really glad that I just splashed teal all over myself, by the way. That was totally awesome. Okay. If anybody asks, it's just my veins. So, I thought I would take you through a live-action prototype here and let you see what it's like and let you hear my thoughts and my experiences and all that other fun stuff, because why not? It's after midnight, and I'm just talking to myself in my kitchen. Totally normal stuff. Oh gosh, oh my gosh, right into my fucking face. Like, am I literally retarded? Don't answer that. It's hypothetical. Okay. All right. Rhetorical. Rhetorical is the word I wanted. Yes, I am retarded. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna dip this. I'm gonna do a little dippity doo-dah. I'm gonna just, goodness gracious, that was so impolite. That was really so freaking rude. Okay. We're going to leave a little bit of the yellow there. peeking through. But I love the way the teal looks over the yellow. And I love that because the yellow didn't fully penetrate each strand, that you're going to get a variation in the teal tones there, and when it knits up, it's going to look a lot more interesting. Let's see if I can put my finger on my nuts. Okay. So we're just keeping like a little dash of yellow there. I think that's going to be so pretty when it's all knit up. Squeeze it out. Okay. Now I know what you're probably thinking, and you're like, Tina, you could just leave it. No, I'm not going to just leave it. I have plans for this. And if plans don't work out, then we try something else. But as of right now, we are going through with the plan, baby. This is kind of pretty, though. I just... Something about blue and green together. I just don't really like blue and green together. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It's just not my favorite thing. I don't know why. And that's why when I said my most recent Wildcard Wednesday video, it looked like an old Earth Day poster or something. And for some reason, I don't know if I ever experienced some kind of trauma around an Earth Day poster growing up. But I'm telling you, every time I see those colors together, it just doesn't feel right. Like it, up until recently, if you put those two colors together, it would make me nauseous. Like sometimes I have really visceral responses to colors that just don't make sense. I'm probably on the spectrum somewhere. Anyway, so we're gonna do Valentine Blush and Hyacinth. We're gonna sponge these two on. Now Valentine Blush is kind of a mauve-y color. And I was definitely going for a mauve last night, which is why I used mauve. And the mauve turned out brown, and I was like, what is, like, really? But I didn't try it over blue. I sponged it over yellow, so, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have no doubt that the Valentine Blush is going to look purple over the blue. And that's fine. But I think it's kind of red enough that it'll be okay. It's probably not going to be exactly what I had in mind, but that's alright. Sometimes things come out better than what you had in mind. Hyacinth tends to be a little on the translucent side, so we're going to go a little heavy on that. I think this is going to be really pretty, you guys. I have really high hopes this time around. Okay. Okay, I'm really excited. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love, one of the most fun things about doing this is that you literally don't always know what's going to happen. Sometimes you just don't know because you've never combined certain colors with a certain technique before, and it's just magical. We're going to see how Valentine blush sponges on. That's really nice. I think this is going to be so good. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, wow. Okay. I like that a lot. That is so freaking perfect. I think it's going to look even better when it's dry. And I think it's going to knit up just fantastically. Wow. Okay, I really like this. I really, really like this. Okay, put that aside for later. And then we're going to sponge on some purple. This looks like it could be used for purple. Sure, why not? Okay. I'm going to leave a little bit of the blue in the middle. Oh, that is so pretty. No, we're not going for perfection here. It doesn't have to be like perfectly straight edged or whatever. It can bleed as much as it wants. Wow, this is really nice. Okay. Alright, I am significantly happier with this version than I was with last night's fiasco. So, man, I should show you last night's endeavor as soon as I'm done with this. Alright, we're gonna flip it and reverse it so we can do the other side. Go back to our marvelous Valentine blush. I really, really love sponging on color like this. I mean, I really, in case you haven't noticed, I'm kind of really into intentional color placement. I mean, it does mean that you have to do each skein one at a time. You can't just kind of like mass produce it, but I think it's really worth it. It takes longer, but the results speak for themselves. I really love, especially yarns like, I just put out Hopping Down the Bunny Trail. So that one's fun because you get like these little dashes of color. I think little dashes of color are just so much freaking fun. And I love that you can get like repeating patterns of color, and it's just wonderful. I'm a little bit of a color fanatic. So I guess yarn dyeing is the perfect job for me. I'm a total dweeb, I know. Okay, there we go. I think that's a good one. Okay. And now I'm going to do the purple. I love this. Look at this area right here. I don't know if it's like really showing up well on camera, but in person there's just this beautiful interplay between the yellow and the blue, and there's like this slightest little hint of green where the yellow crept up to the blue. Then you got this blushing pink here. It's just so freaking gorgeous. It's gonna look so beautiful knitted up. Now when I do this again, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make more of an effort to make the stripes more evenly sized, because the purple ones are definitely bigger than the pink ones, and it's kind of not what I really had in mind, but sometimes it just happens that way. I don't know why. I mean, I could, you know what, I'm going to try to even that out a little bit now, since I didn't get rid of this yet. Just, without completely getting rid of the blue there. Okay, I think that's good. Oh, that is just so beautiful. Okay. I mean, it's beautiful in a kind of ugly way. I understand that. I get that. Not everybody's going to look at this yarn and go, oh my god, it's so beautiful. But if you had in your head the image of the sacred, hideous Easter dress in your head that I do, you'd be thrilled also. So, anyway, let me put this in the oven and I'm going to show you last night's endeavor, which was just bad. It was bad, okay? Okay, the bonus here is that I'm actually going to, we're only at 20 minutes, so I'm going to prototype another one. You know what, maybe I should make that a separate video. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, this was last night's endeavor. I used 2 purples and the mauve in the middle, and as you can see, that mauve is brown as anything. I also just had the yellow underneath, so yeah, that was not my favorite. It's pretty ugly. I think it's gonna it's either gonna be a misfit or it's gonna be minis, or I'll probably break it down into minis. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. So anyway, there you go. I talked you through my thought process and how the machinery works here. And thank you for watching, and I hope the audio wasn't too terrible on this. I know that microphone is not the greatest, and it's also like 2 feet away from me, so, because it's all the way up there.